So in the last lecture, we were talking about finding customers, and so you've all heard about guerrilla marketing and all. The thing about guerrilla marketing is people just think it's about being edgy and creative and all. And yeah, there's a part of that, but there is a metric to your guerrilla marketing, and that's that these are the metrics you're looking at. How much cost is it? How much of a surprise is this going to be? Again, you're trying to fight apathy. How different is this than what goes on out there? Is the customer going to be active in the promotion? Places, how big a reach is this going to have? For example, if I do something in a mall, odds are I'm going to reach, hundreds of people, maybe on a good day, 1,000 people. But on the other hand, if I choose to do digital, then I have the potential to reach hundreds of thousands of people. And will this create any buzz? FUBU, Daymond John's clothing company. How did he get success? He asked some celebrities to wear his clothes. They took pictures. That's how he did his guerrilla marketing. In terms of digital marketing, is there a digital guerrilla? And yes, there is. Even though there's too much information, too many ads, you can find out cheap ways to do it, and you can create buzz and be viral. Now, what are the digital guerrilla tactics that I can use? Information. And that's that you provide unique information for people so they have an interest. Third parties, personalization, videos, whether it's teasers, education, entertainment, games. What do they do a lot of the time? You've probably seen this. There's some shocking headline, and then you click on it and it has nothing to do with it. Or do you give them enticements? For example, Dropbox. They tried to do the traditional search engine and everything else, and it was their cost of customer acquisition was about $100. They weren't making any money, and then what they did is they started going with referrals, and so subsequently they've done quite well with that. In terms of digital guerrilla, these are your objectives. These are the things that you want to try to create or provide for your customer, like education, awareness, get customer information. When you do digital marketing, though, you need to look at the network. Essentially, you need to see what does, and this is what I refer to as a network map. As you can see for graphic novels, a couple of key influencers can touch a lot of people. On the other hand, something like Twitter, it diffuses out. You don't have that kind of effect. And so you're looking for clusters, hubs, bridges. Hubs are basically points that connect to a lot. Clusters are a bunch of nodes. And each of those little dots is a node, which could be a person or a company or a market segment. And so you're looking for useful patterns that are repeatable. In terms of data techniques, here are the different types. I won't go through it. I actually taught this in my 310 class, but if you want to learn more about it, I can do it. And so what is CRM? And basically CRM touches your entire organization, whether it's support, marketing, sales, or orders. It ties into your enterprise software system. The thing is, getting 1,000 emails isn't a hard thing to do. The problem is what do I do with it once I have it? And this is the big reason why you want a CRM. It's because you need scale. And so as you could see, not only that, but you want to be able to share the data with everyone else. And you want to be able to do it in real time so you can make good decisions. So I need to collect data, analyze it, interpret it, and then apply it. And that's what it's all about. So in terms of productivity of CRM, it saves me time. I don't have to do as many cycles since everybody's sharing the information and we have learning taking place. And then how effective is my CRM in terms of providing people with information of what's going on? And so that translates to profit. So the kinds of things I'm looking for is my pipeline. Am I aligned, my representative, with my client? Do I have the right metrics for forecasting? Am I getting intelligence? My client history, everything that we've done between us. And also, how efficient is it? For example, You want this on mobile software. You want it to work well on mobile. Why? Because people are out on the road. People are being active. Sitting in office, they're not going to do anything. And so the thing about a CRM is you need commitment. And so you develop dashboards, ways people can look at data quickly and what they need to. Now, the thing about a channel is there's a trade-off in cost. And this is an example of the latest numbers. And the thing is, email is the cheapest, and web and banner is very expensive, $41 to $50 to acquire a customer. In terms of getting a customer, formulating your digital strategy, who are they, what do they respond to, and how do I respond rapidly? It's about data analysis. And in terms of data analysis, these are the tools that are available to you in a lot of software packages. In a lot of cases, there are groups of customers that act like the customer you're actually selling to. Those are the ones you want to target to. And you can read the rest of it. But in terms of getting customers, how do I induce them to actually do something? And the closest thing I found to a decent model is the FOG model, which is done by a Stanford professor. And what he says is that behavior is equal to motivation. Well, actually, motivation, ability, and trigger. And that's what MAD is. And so what it comes down to is your motivation is your epiphany, that internal spark. Your ability is how difficult is it for me to actually do this transaction. And in terms of the triggers, that I have to know basically the response of my customers. And so I could do that in small steps. And so here's his graph of essentially where the action threshold is. And it's about the simplicity or motivation for you to do things. The thing is, growing customers is about figuring out who are the good customers, how do you manage the churn, and going after the next segment. And it's about data analysis too. And so these are the types of things, now that I'm thinking about the growth phase, is about their size of their orders or frequency. How do I engage with them? And so this is about the churn, meaning do I need to bring in new customers, or can I just keep my same customers and have them keep repeating? The thing is, customers can do, ones that are active could do one of two things. They could you can annoy the heck out of them, in which case they become antagonists, and that's a problem. They actually can create terror for your company, and they used to call them terrorists. I don't know if that's correct. If it's correct enough for me to say that. But anyway, and then there are people who are passive. They just become inactive, but it doesn't mean they're not good customers. So it's still about which segments are going to be strong, what's the magnitude of it. And the thing about today, the way we entice people, it's about free stuff and referrals. But authenticity is a key thing on the internet now. Can I trust you, or are you junk? So summarizing, digital marketing is focused on the customer and getting sales from the aggregate. Your digital strategy revolves around you finding, getting, and growing customers. Inbound marketing is stronger for entrepreneurs. Have them come to you. CRM is how you're going to manage all this data. And the data analytics tells you what's working and what's not.